Hello everyone. We are going to do our twisted heart now. Um, as usual, you set up your bodies and draw a heart shape. Notice that I let it out here. You can stop here if you want. You can also let it out there so that it will be easy for you to cut. Your balance marks as usual and you label them as usual. Now the heart shape must not be this shape. You can do different shape. You can decide to make it irregular and make it irregular like that. Maybe one side, this side. Okay. You can anyhow you want to. You can even turn it upside down. Alright. So your heart doesn't have to be this shape. Important thing is, as you've always been told, touch here, touch there as much as possible. Okay, you can make any other design, but we want to concentrate on our twisted heart, so I'm not going to do any other thing, so we concentrate on that. Now the next thing you're gonna do is to cut out this heart shape. All right, place it on a plane or a base, whatever you want to use as a base. Now I always recommend that you add interface to your base to make it firm, to make it strong. Okay, so if you are using it, especially if the fabric you are using is very soft, you have to place it on you have to add interface to it, so that whatever design you are making there will be strong enough and will be very firm and show very well. Okay, so we are going to cut it out now. Cut out along the style line and place it on a base and cut. Then the remaining part of it, you cut it separately on another fabric. Okay, the base is finished. That's the base. You take the heart shape pattern, cut out. This is the other side of the bodice. This is the other side of the bodice, which will be joined with another fabric, but we want to concentrate here. All right, so that is the base. You use your heart shape pattern and cut with a seam allowance 0.5 to 0.75 cm. Then you cut the fabric you want to use and drape. I want to use red here. Okay, make sure the fabric is far wider than the heart shape. Let it be wider than the heart shape. Okay, going to be wider than the heart shape, you see. All right, so that is the fabric I want to use and drape. So I'm going to remove the pattern now and work with only the base and the fabric I want to use. Now this fabric, you can use something like Duchess, you can use chiffon, you can use organza, anything that will really bring out that nice looking drape or twist. Okay, because this one we want to do a twisted heart. Okay, for the first style of this twisted heart, this is the base. Remember, this is the base, and this is the fabric you want to use to drape the twist. You sew it with a needle. This is just one of the styles. You sew it with hand needle, just tack it to the base. I'm making it much here and with a white thread so that you see it clearly. So you can use a red thread to do it so that it won't show on your clothes. Okay, all right, so you tack it down and then we start the draping. Okay, this is the base. Ensure that it doesn't get twisted, so I put my hand under there. Keep moving the fabric around. All right, keep doing that. You are twisting, right? So you keep making it go round as much as possible. All the while, keep ensuring that this base does not get twisted. Make sure it's flat. So you keep moving it around as much as possible. The more you twist it, the more the folds. Okay, so keep doing that. As I'm twisting it, I'm looking at what it will come out like. If I like it, I will hold it down to the base and I pin it. Okay, so I keep arranging it. I keep doing that until I have what I want my twist to look like. Okay, for me, I'm satisfied with this for now. Okay, so all this excess, I'm going to trim it off. Okay, and make sure the base is not twisted. The base is still flat the way it was. If it is twisted, I rearrange it to make sure it's flat. Like this place is a little bit twisted, so I'm going to remove this pin and straighten it, and then I trim off the excess and baste the edge. Sew the edge to the red fabric. Okay, this is what my own look like. So I'm going to baste the edge together. I'm going to hold it together, and this is what I will use and sew on the remaining parts of the garment. Okay, now I'm going to show you the second style. This one is just one of the styles. So like I said, you see in there the white thread, so you use the same color of your fabric so it doesn't show on the outside. Also, you can use something like a bead or stone or a button or something or a flower to fix in there to just cover it up. Alright, so that's one. Then we go to the second one. When both of them are done, I'll show you the picture. Okay, here is the second method. The same heart shape. I'm still using the pattern I used for the other one. Okay, this time around I make a hole in the middle, a small square hole. What am I going to do? This is the fabric I want to use. Okay, and I place this fabric right side up and place the pattern right side up. I'm going to sew on this. After sewing on this square, I'll cut it out, leaving a small seam allowance so there's a hole there. And from that hole, I pull out this fabric to the forefront. Okay, I'm going to cut out along this seam line. This is just like a seam allowance. And then when I cut out, I'll slash through this corner. Slash through the corner. Be careful not to cut the thread. Slash through the corner so that when you open it, it will look neat. Slash through this corner very little. So I bring out the fabric from under. Okay. Okay, so and the same way I start to drape, making sure the underside does not twist. Okay, keep draping until I get a good twist. Okay, I'll start pinning down my drapes. Okay, that is the two twisted. This is the second one with a different fabric texture. This is a different one. This is the one that I just sewed the center together. That is the first one, and this is the second one. So you can see the effect. All right, this is the back of it. This is the base, and this one, this is the back. You see where I cut the small hole there? That is the base. Okay, so this base is to hold your design together. Okay, that is why it needed to be cut according to the measurement of your bodice. All right, so we are going to fix this back on the main bodice, and you see how it comes out. Okay, make sure your twist is finer than my own. Take your time, don't be in a haste. All right, don't be in a haste to do it. Take your time and arrange them, pleat them carefully to make sure they come out nice. This is another method. This time around, this is my heart base. I made a square hole, and then this time around I used two fabric, just the same way we did the first one. This is the first fabric, this is the second fabric, and on one end of it I join it on one end, right sides together. Okay, and then I start from the fabric below, not the one on top. I start from that one to make my twist. I start twisting the one below. As you are doing, remember that this place is joined together, so you are going to be moving them together. You are twisting them together. All the time making sure that the base is not badly twisted. Okay, it has to be flat, so you keep checking that. Keep moving your fabric until you get a nice looking twist. Keep arranging them. Keep arranging them. Okay, keep doing that, and then when you get what you like to see, you can now start pinning them down. Okay. No dots, no dots, no side seam, no shoulder seam, no back dots. Where are they gone? Oh, no back dots. No side seam, no shoulder seam. All you've got is your beautiful rose. Ooh, ha. Please go and do your own and leave my own alone.